Bahasham Yahawashai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, You So-Called Black Men, in Deuteronomy 28. There's other places where the Lord mentions putting a curse upon you if you disobey. But you are clearly under these curses, man. When you look at the way you are, you look at the things you go through. The other nations, they're not going through it like you're going through it. Like I notice when I go to the ticket office, right, to pay a ticket, every time I go there, every single time I go there, the majority of the people that are in there are Jakes, okay, are so-called blacks, Latinos, man. That's the majority, always. You don't see a whole bunch of Edomites in there. You don't see a whole bunch of other nations in there like that, Elamites or whatnot. You see Jake in there, okay? Jake is always there, okay, whether it be the Jake man or the Jake woman. And the reason why that is because you're under the curses, right? Things are just not going your way. That's just how it's going to be for now until the kingdom of heaven. All right. So let's get Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Salakia. It's Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Right. Now, this is the contrast to the beginning where he mentions this, and you'll go through these blessings if you listen to what I say. But then we go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15, which everyone should be familiar with if you're not new to this truth. It says, Deuteronomy 28 and 15, it says, But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay, let's look up the word curses in the Hebrew. Okay. The word for curses is qualala. 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 That's the word for curses. Qualala. Okay. And the root word is qualal. All right. Which says curse. Hey, shalom, Akia, shalom, Yabashim Yashabashim Kakadash Brakata. It says curse, vilification, execration. Okay, let's go into vilification. Let's see what this is all about. Abusively disparaging speech or writing. Meaning to curse somebody. To speak, in other words, to speak very negatively about somebody, to vilify somebody, okay? It says accursed, right? It says, see if the Strong says anything. Well, it's given scripture. It says a grievous curse, a formula of cursing. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, yep. One accursed. Curse. Okay, so that represents you Israelites. You Israelites are definitely accursed. I want to go into the root word here, qualal, which says to be slight, be swift, be trifling, be of little account, be light. Well, that's why they call you that's why they call you minorities, right? That's why they call you Jakes. When you go to when you're in these countries, right, they call you a minority. You could be the majority, right? Because the numbers that Esau has for the census is not correct. Talking about Jake's been 13% in America. So-called black people been 13% in America for how many decades? That makes no sense. That's nonsense. Jake is constantly populating. So, you could be the majority and they would still call you a minority, which means you're to be of little account. That's what it means to be a minority. Be of little account. To be slight, be abated, right? To be trifling, be of a little account. Show oneself swift. Well, when you think about showing yourself swift, if someone who's swift is light, they're light on their feet, meaning they're of little account, meaning they're not worth as much. To be lightly esteemed. Do you see that? That's why I always go into the word of talent, right? We really are supposed to be the most highly esteemed, because in the Heavenly Father's eyes, the Israelites are the most highly esteemed. And this is why the Heavenly Father gave us talent. Now, talent is a weight, a measurement of something. When you look up the word talent, the real definition is a measurement. It says to make despicable, curse, to make light, and so on and so forth. So you jakes are not regarded. You jakes are looked down upon. You jakes are not even thought of. You're so insignificant in this society. You know, and that's part of a curse. That is a curse. Okay. You know, to be like, like people don't even, like if you're standing there waiting for service, they'll take extra time to come to you because, you're a Jake, you're Israelite, right? So-called black man. They'll say, he ain't, whatever. He can wait. You know why? Because you're of a little account in the society. What was the word? Okay, talent. Yes, let's look up this word talent. Okay, we're gonna go to the word talent. Now, talent is a measurement, man. Why do we have more talent? Because we're a higher worth than these other people. Because natural aptitude or skill, right? That's what they call talent, right? A natural aptitude or skill. And we have the most natural aptitude and skill. It's the thing is that Jake doesn't even work on their skills. I know Jakes that could dunk. I mean, they're short and they could dunk. They have these crazy hops, but Jake is not doing, ATG workouts to, increase their jumping height and all. Esau is doing that. And Esau is becoming able to jump by working on his body in a particular way, being able to dunk like Jake and all that. Although those are Edomites, some of those people that are doing that are Edomites. Right? The reason they're able to do that is because Esau done studied and he sees, okay, I got to work on this. I got to work on that daily. And then I'll be able to jump X amount of inches higher. Esau's actually doing that. Can you imagine if a Jake that had the natural talent to jump did that shit? I was thinking about that the other day. It's like they would probably be able to jump over the rim. They would probably be able to leap like King David almost, straight up if they really took the time to do these things that Esau is doing. Okay, but that's the thing. That's why the old saying goes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. That applies to Jake. It says people possessing talent. A sign, okay, people regarded attraction, blah, blah, blah. Now this number 2. This is the real definition of talent. It says a former weight and unit of currency. So it goes back to a weight, right? Used especially by the ancient Romans and Greeks. That's where you get the word talent from. Okay, weight, and now you come here to the etymology. It says Latin weight, sum of money, talentum, right? Goes back to the Latin talentum, or the Greek talaton. Okay, so you Jakes have the most talent because your spirit is the most weighty. In other words, you're more valuable than any of these other people. Matter of fact, the Heavenly Father said that the nations, right? Hold on, what did he say about the nations? The nations are a drop, right? Let's type in KJV. This is Isaiah 40 and verse 15. It says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. So really, although in the world we're of little worth, right, to the people right now because we're under this curse, but the truth of the matter is that these other nations are of little worth to the Most High. Okay, so who's really of little worth? It's really the other nations. Okay, we're really of great worth. The Lord looks at us as his wife, as precious jewels, apple of his eye, all these different things, right? Although we are the offscouring of the world at this particular time, especially the prophets of the Lord. But I'm dealing with Jake in general. Jake in general is the offscouring. Okay, it says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. Okay, so this is how the Lord looks at these other nations. Now let's go to this one more scripture just to solidify the point, okay? Second Ezra 6 and verse 54, and it reads, "And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen." Okay? "All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes." He made the world for whose sakes? The children of the Most High, the sons of God, the Adamites who turned into the Israelites. Okay? That's who he made the world for. He made the world for the Israelites, for the chosen. Matter of fact, let me read that again. It says, "And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen." Who has he chosen out of Adam? The Israelites, right? The sons of Jacob. "All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes." He made the world for our sakes. It says, "As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing for the other nations, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us." And you see, this is part of the vexation of spirit that we have, is that we're looking at these people that are clearly lesser than us, and they're looking down on us. They're giving us, they're disrespecting us. They're giving us, showing us microaggressions and all these different things for no reason. We're being as nice as we can be nice, be normal, not say nothing to them, and then they're throwing these microaggressions, these disrespects, these different things. The heathen, the women, all kind of stuff is coming at us, and this is what is the result of the curses, man. Okay, and the men are going through a much harsher curse than the women. Okay, yeah, our women are under curses. Well, they're Israelites, right? So they're under curses too. But the men are going through a way harder curse than the women are. That's a fact. Matter of fact, they are part of the curse. The way our women are, that's part of the curse. Okay. It says, "But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?" Well, it's coming to an end now, right? This is the last rulership. We're in the rulership of the Edomites, which is the last heathen to rule. Okay, and we're at the end of his rulership. So yeah, this is about over. Okay, the sentence is about over. But I'm reading why we're going through those things. Why we haven't received an inheritance. Why the heathen are ruling over us now? Because we disobeyed Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right? So the curse came upon us, right? Right? So now us as the hopeful elect, what are we to do? We are to come back in obedience to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And guess what? He's going to take care of us. We do his will. We do what he said to do. And he's going to take care of us, man. That's the fact. It says, "Cursed shalt thou be," verse Deuteronomy 28, going back to 16. It says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field." Now, where does the Israelites reside? They reside in what they call the hood, the ghetto, right? Which is what? Which is a curse. It's not a blessing to be in the ghetto in the hood. It's a curse. Okay? Right? It's not like the Edomite neighborhoods. The lawns are mowed and taken care of. They got it's safe. A lot of them Edomite neighborhoods, they leave their doors unlocked. They leave their doors unlocked. They leave their cars unlocked, because there's not crime like that in the Edomite neighborhood. Because they're not going under the curses, right? If they're all upper middle class, why do they need to keep what kind of major theft is going on out there? Right? They're doing okay, right? But that's not so for Jake. You go to certain hoods and where Jake is at, you got to If you have anything in the car, you better hide it, man. You better hide it. You know, I don't care what it is, man. You know, it could be a pair of sunglasses. You gotta hide that shit. Jake will break the window and take it. So is that a blessed place? Does that sound like a blessed place to you? Right? Same thing. You go down to Latin America. It's cursed. It's cursed over there. The favelas and Jake and there's a difference, right? You got the Edomites living out there in Latin America. You got a lot of Edomites out there, right? Just because a person tell you come from a certain place in Latin America, that don't make him an Israelite. You got to try the spirit. There's a whole bunch of Edomites down there, right? Whole bunch of Edomites. Look at Argentina. These different places, they imported Edomites over because they were scared that Jake was going to take over. Okay, although it's predominantly Jake, but, you know, predominantly Israelites, but you know what I mean, right? And then you go to the reserve. God got a reserve right close to me. Okay, right close to me. The reserve there. Hey, man, I've been to that reserve many a times. All right, and you can see they're cursed, right? You notice that there's gonna have some that have there's some big house, what you call it? There's big houses, and then next to it, it'll be like this little shack. It's like, why is this house behind? Because then guess what? You have that person that's in the big house. He's probably one of those, what they call $5 Indians. Okay. One of those Edomites, you know, you got 5%, you know, 10% Indian in them, but it's their mother. So now they give him the card or whatever. I don't know the exact percentage he needs to have. Right. But it usually tiers, you see? And I believe this is supposed to be like the richest or one of the richest reserves in North America that I'm close to, right? Ganawage. And it's mainly because of that poker playground place. And guess what? I know for a fact, you know how I know that Amalek is major owners of that place? Is because I used to work for them. The poker playground out there in the res. The ones that really own that, they got to get a Gadite in there too. There's a Gadite that's working with them, maybe a couple Gadites, I don't know, but I know there's Amalekites that are behind that whole poker playground place, and that's the reason that's why it's doing so well. That's what people come all around the world to go there, right? So, and I know for a fact it's Amalek. I work for the guy. I know the guy's name and all that. I met the guy, met the guy's son, everything. It's Amalekites, okay? So why? Because Jake is under the curses. Jake is under the curses. That's why Amalek could do that. That's why these other nations could do that. That's why you go to Haiti. Who's the richest in Haiti? Them Amalekites, some Syrians, right? Same thing in Jamaica. Same thing in South Africa. Esau is the one that's winning, and the heathen. Esau and the heathen are winning, man. All right, because they're not under the burden of the curses. They're not little regarded. They're highly regarded. You see? That's why they could come and get loans and all that, because they're highly regarded. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 17. It says, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." And you see how Jake, when they open a business, it's a miracle if it lasts 5 years. Okay? When they do these different ventures, okay? Because most of the time, Jake's businesses it's just through, okay? It doesn't work out because you're under the curses. Cursed shall be the basket. And all these Jakes are so-called entrepreneurs. Entrepreneur. That doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. But they use it as like a status symbol. I'm an entrepreneur. I work for myself. I'm a boss. And how much employees do you have? Ask them how much employees they have. I don't have no employees. They're a sole proprietor of a business that's generating $17.99 per month, man. Okay? So don't listen to Jake, man. Jake is through. Jake is through out there, but they're trying to act like they're on a high level. It says, "Cursed shall be the basket. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kinds, and the flocks of thy sheep." Which obviously we don't have flocks of sheep now, because these curses are not just for one particular time. These curses are for multiple different times, multiple different time periods in different Jakes around the world, different regions. Which really, you got Jakes right now that have flocks and stuff, right? In these different regions, you got the untouchables out there in India. So these things will be happening to them if they got sheeps and shit like that. They'll be getting taken from them. They'll be going through these same curses. Okay, because you do have jakes around the world that have sheeps and stuff like that. Oh, a lot of these black farmers, they're getting taken out of business. There was a big thing about that a couple years ago, right? So guess what? They were losing their flocks, they were losing their sheep, they were losing their land, going back to the curses, man. Okay, but anyways, let's go to Daniel's the 9th chapter. Let's get Daniel's 9 and verse 11, man. All right. And I look at Jake and I see the curses. I see the curses, and I get vexed, looking at Jake in this low state, and Jake with there's this pitiful look in his face, man. Jake is just, it gets you mad, because they don't even know who they are. They don't know nothing, man. This is Daniel's 9 and verse 9, it says, to the Lord, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 8. It says, O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, and the confusion of face means shame. Okay, shame. That's what it means. It doesn't mean a person with looks like another nation. It means shame, right? To our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. To the Lord our power belong mercies and forgivenesses, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our power, to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. So this is why you Israelites are going through what you're going through. Okay? And even when you get money, you get it in the entertainment industry, you die broke, and you're still cursed. You get demonized, right? You see? It says, and he hath confirmed his words, and that's why you're a scapegoat, because you're of little worth to these people. You're little regarded, as the scriptures say for curse. You're little regarded. You're not significant. You could do the most. You could be the most talented. You could be the one that made the company to expand because of your great ideas. And like Terrence Howard, right? He has this, when he was breaking down, the faults in physics and the periodic table, it makes a lot of sense what he was saying. And he got that understanding from a dream, by the way. He got that understanding from a dream, which that was the Most High opening his mind, right? The same thing with Nikola Tesla. He got his understanding from a dream. See, because the Most High works with us through dreams, especially Jake, right? So he got to understand. He was breaking it down. It was making a lot of sense, man. I was like, damn, okay. And it also ties in what he was saying, ties in with the scriptures. But what is Esau saying about it? Saying how he's a whack job, he's crazy, he's nuts, he done lost his marbles. When someone could explain something the way he's explaining it, that's not someone who's crazy. You could say he's wrong if you want, but you can't say he's crazy. Why? There's got to be a reason why they're calling him a nut job. There has to be a reason why they're calling him crazy, right? Something that they want to hide, right? And he hath confirmed his Salaki. This is verse 12. It said, and he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. And that's a fact. So any nation talk, oh, my people went through this, or we went through that, and we pulled ourselves up. You ain't been through not even 1% of what we've been through as a nation. So just shut the hell up, man. Okay? As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil has come upon us, yet made we not our prayer before Yahweh our power, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. You see? And now what we're doing as the elect, Lord willing, we be of that number, we're trying to turn back to the Lord. Okay? We're trying to turn back to the Lord. Okay? and turn back to the truth. Ephesians 3 and 10. No. It's Ephesians, some of the, maybe Galatians 3. Maybe Galatians 3, what I'm thinking. Well, let me get some of the scriptures from the comment board from you brothers. See if anything's relevant for right now. All right, this is GMS in his likeness. Matthew 5 and 13. It says, ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing. Well, select it. It is thenceforth good for nothing. All right. So that's it. Salt. The purpose of salt is to give flavor. If it can't do that, it's useless. Right? We're supposed to serve Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. And if we can't do that, we're useless. So this is why we gotta, you gotta fulfill your purpose. And you women, same thing goes for you. Your purpose is to serve a husband. If you're not doing that, you're useless. Okay? If you can't do that, you're useless. Point blank, period. Same thing for us. If we can't serve Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, we are useless. We have to fulfill our purpose. If you have you went to the store to buy batteries for your remote control, and you buy the batteries, and you see they don't charge. These batteries do not charge. You're gonna go and get your money back because those are useless. Those are it's worthless. Simple. This is Lamentations 2 and 15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Yeah, because at one time, Israel was beautified. The Lord put Israel on such a great level. Jake wasn't embarrassing. You didn't go Jake somewhere and say, oh my goodness, look at this nigga. This is why these heathen be looking at us a certain way, right? You seen Jake. Jake had a regalness to him. He had a ruling class mentality. He had regalness. He had eloquent speech. Different things, man. Right? That made us look good. But now look at these Jakes, pants sagging. They don't know how to. They don't know how to conduct themselves. They get emotional too quick. You go to ask a chick for a number. Can I get your number? She said no. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black, man. Fuck you, bitch. Bro, come on, bro. What kind of shit is that? It's completely ridiculous, right? Because Jake is destroyed. They're hurt. So everybody got demons on them. It says Proverbs 16 and 7. It says, when a man's ways please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Yeah, I was meditating on this scripture earlier. Okay, this is Psalms 82 and verse 6. It says, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are sons of the Most High. And this is why, and going back to Proverbs 16 and 7, right? When a man's ways please the Most High, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. This is why us in this truth, we have to really be conscious of pleasing the Most High, really doing what we have to do for Yahweh Shem Yahushai to the best of our ability, because he makes that way clear for us, when we do that. And, it's not, although we're under curses, it's still, he helps us, he helps us a lot. Hey, Shalom, Zakwan, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, Barakatah, Salakia. But yeah, hey man, that's a fact. Good scriptures. This is Prince Yanazar, 2nd Ezra 9 and 22. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.